So we're going to close our eyes and take some deep breaths, breath coming in and releasing the breath, and releasing with it a lot of our, repetitive thought processes, old patterns, beliefs, and so on. So as we take those breaths, we are going to actually focus on this infrastructure, this really the inner part of what makes our bodies stand up, move, do all the things that we do, and even more, which is not visible to the eye. And we're talking about the spine. We are going to start off by taking our attention to the coccyx, the lowest point of the spine, just where the legs start out, divert, and just think of the spinal column. It's one of those parts of us, like many other physical parts, which we completely take for granted. And think of it as the structure that holds a building, like the trunk that holds the tree up. The trunk that connects the roots that go deep into the earth to the parts that will bear the fruits, to the leaves and the flowers and the fruit that the tree bears as a part of its life's work. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath all the way down to the base of the spine. As we place our attention, we're going to feel how it feels to be sitting, holding this upright position, thanks to the spine. Everything that we do, all our movements, our stillness, our remaining erect, being supine, everything, the center of it, of this body, is this wonderful bone structure that stays with us from birth to death and even beyond. Even when the flesh has disappeared, the spine remains. So paying attention to the lumbar area and the connection to the pelvic bones. So exactly, so craftily put together by nature. The amazing ability to move around those various discs that stand on each other, and yet remaining quite comfortably connected to the gravity, to planet Earth, and strong. So, as we place our attention bit by bit going up our spinal column with gratitude, remembering how much we forget until something happens and we feel a pain or a little stress or tired, or when we slouch just because of exhaustion. And then the spine is quick to remind us that does not make the body comfortable. And inevitably, we sit up straight, take that deep breath, and allow all those vertebrae to give space to each other. So let's do that now. As we breathe, we are going to visualize space between the vertebrae. We are going to visualize fluidity up and down the spinal column, the spinal fluid. Which is such an important and necessary part of our mobility. Wherever we place our loving attention with an intention of well-being, that vibration reaches those areas like fresh oxygen, like supply of fresh air, like light traveling through. And as we hold our attention to the spinal column, feel how all the attached parts, the shoulders, the hips, start to feel differently. Pay attention to the connection to the thigh bones, the legs going all the way down to the feet. Very much in partnership with the spine to hold it erect. It has done for hundreds and thousands of years as we have learned to navigate the world. Just visualize yourself standing tall. Even as we are seated, with our weight gently falling with the force of gravity on our sit bones, imagine yourself standing and standing tall. And as we place our attention, you will notice that this spine is pulling up, feeling tall, filled with energetic vibrations, a kind of vibrancy, like the captain acknowledging its team. And the message going, we are all in this together, we are moving in this direction of high vibrancy, cooperation, collaboration, while I hold space right in the center. Connecting all the way up to the brain. On the one hand, and to the base on the other. And as we connect to Mother Earth through our feet, we bring in the earth vibrations, meeting here at the base of the spine and rising up through the channels, up the meridian, the central meridian, going up to the skull, the top of the head, receiving the higher vibration and bringing it down through the organs and the glands back into the neck area and passing it down all the way. And in the movement of those molecules, in the movement of those fluids, in the movement of those energies, is the life force that gives me everything that I have, my thought processes, my physical maintenance, my aspirations, my recognition of my moods. It's all moving through this pipeline, back and forth. And as long as the breath is steady, as long as the heart is open, as long as we are in a happy, grateful place of appreciation, this body connects up and draws on that vibrancy. Through the lanes and the by-lanes and the alleyways of our vibrational paths within the body, within the bone structures, in the molecules, in the DNA that moves back and forth. And let's not forget how supple the spine is, how flexible it can be, how much it moves. And yet, through thick and thin, through forces that come at us, we hold on. We may move, we may flex, we may bow, we may stoop for short periods of time, and yet there we are, back again, up again, moving. bearing weight, carrying external weight on our shoulders and arms and legs, all held together by this wonderful spine. So we're going to breathe in deep, deep gratitude. The connections from the spine to all the extremities of this body through the bone structures. All that happiness moves on and connects. All the places, joints, which we have forgotten and not paid attention to, that may be showing signs of rusting, maybe stiffening. And sometimes we forget that that would happen when we have not paid attention to a particular area and allowed the energy to collect and stagnate and hadn't been cleaned because of lack of attention, focus. But as we sit here and pay attention to each and every part of this skeletal form of which the spine is the center, the power holder, this time that we spend thanking it, loving it, appreciating it, acknowledging it. It speaks. It speaks to every part of this body, not just the bone structure, but also everything that is attached. So, with great love and great appreciation for this physical gift that we have incarnated with, we will say thank you, thank you, thank you.